No, it's all in good fun.
Bruce Willis is a legend in the film industry and has been featured in many iconic movies throughout his career. But he doesn't stop there. He is also a legendary dad, ex-husband, and husband. How could we forget the divorce of Demi Moore and Willis? Their 13-year marriage came to an amicable end in 2000. They separated in 1998 and 2 years later filed for divorce. When they submitted the paperwork, it was finalized the same day. We don't think you can get a quicker and more peaceful divorce than that. It was that same year that Willis admitted that he had no idea what went wrong in his marriage to Moore. When asked about the divorce, he said, "I still love Demi. We have 3 children whom we will continue to raise together, and we're probably as close now as we ever were. We realize we have a lifelong commitment to our kids. It's difficult to live your life in marriage under a magnifying glass, which is what happens to movie star couples." The couple shares 3 daughters together, Rumour, Scout, and Tallulah. It wasn't only their fans that were impressed with how well they handled the divorce, but their children were impressed with the way they were able to stay a tight-knit family after the split. Demi moved on to marry actor Ashton Kutcher, who formed a part of their blended family before he and Demi got a divorce too. It wasn't until 2007 that Bruce met Victoria's Secret supermodel Emma Hemming. The couple didn't meet on the set of some big film, but rather through a mutual trainer's gym. Emma said, "When we first met, I was surprised at how charming and how funny he was, and extremely handsome." To which Willis added, "I was already in love with her." How insanely sweet is that? Bruce was blown away by their love story. The couple went on one date before Emma was getting ready to move back to New York, and they fell madly in love. When you think about where are you going to find that big love of your life, you seldom think it's someone you already knew. You think it's someone you've yet to meet, he stated. After a little over a year of dating, the couple tied the knot in a luxurious ceremony in Turks and Caicos. Hemming Willis shared an adorable photo on Instagram of their wedding with the caption, "13 years ago, those wedding speeches really sent us over the edge." The couple welcomed their daughter Mabel in 2012 and their second daughter Evelyn in 2014. Although it was Emma's first 2 children, it was Bruce's 4th and 5th daughters.
A wonderful family that's at home, a husband and 2 kids and 3 stepchildren. So I have a nice, big, hearty, family that's extended, and it just means love. And I just think of joyful things when I think of my family.
The actor is incredibly close with all of them, and he's gotten used to being surrounded by a large group of women over the years. His eldest daughter once spoke about how her dad playfully puts pressure on her with her dating life.
You have 2 sisters?
I have 4 sisters.
4 sisters? Where are you with the...
I'm the oldest.
Oh, you're the leader of the pack?
Yep.
She was even quoted in an interview saying, "Over the quarantine, he was like, so I'd like for you to have a son because I need some male energy in this group." It's a lot of women, obviously. He has 5 daughters and my mom and my stepmom, so there's just a lot of female energy. Willis and Hemming have an iconic marriage. They've been by each other since day one, supporting each other wholeheartedly. They celebrated their 10th wedding anniversary in 2019 with a sweet vow renewal ceremony. "We said we do, again, 10 years later," the supermodel wrote on Instagram. She seems to always be doting on her husband on social media. For their 12th anniversary, she wrote, "Boy, I sure do love this guy to the moon and back. Even though there have been times I would have loved to take him to the moon, drop him off, and come back solo. That's what 12 years of marriage looks like, right? There's no one I would want to go through this crazy thing called marriage with than with him. He's my family. He's given me the family I dreamed of, and I love him to my core." Not only are the couple madly in love 12 years later, but Emma also changed Bruce's perspective on love. "I went from love to love is truly the answer," he said. Not only that they're perfect together, but they're also blended family goals. Over the years, Bruce and Emma have developed a strong relationship with Demi. Moore expressed all of her love towards Hemming and Willis on International Women's Day in March 2021, when she shared an Instagram post dedicated to the women that continue to inspire her every day, including the former model. She described Hemming Willis as a beautiful mother dedicated to her family, an absolutely gorgeous woman, and she called them sisters. She wrote, "I see her as family, who I am honored to call a friend. Our children are sisters, and yet there is no name for what our family connection is to one another. We are mothers united, sisters bonded on this crazy adventure of life. They attended family vacations together and birthday celebrations. Moore was even at Bruce and Emma's vow renewals. Not only that, the entire family quarantined together amid the COVID-19 pandemic. That's right, they were under one roof for months. We're pretty sure for most couples it would be more of a nightmare to quarantine with their ex, but Bruce and Demi proved otherwise. Although isolation with your ex and your blended family might raise a few eyebrows, they truly prove that they are one big happy family. Hemming Willis even spoke on her thoughts towards Moore. She welcomed me into her family like I welcomed her into ours. I have so much respect for how Bruce and Demi worked through their divorce to be able to put their children first. I learned so much from that and grew so much from watching that. It was important for her to be there. Moore said having their worlds come to a halt was beneficial. She even said their family, regardless of what shape it is, it's important to keep together. She also thinks it's important that Willis and Hemming's daughters know her better so they can know their sisters better. But in 2022, things took a turn. Emma announced on Instagram that her 67-year-old husband has been diagnosed with aphasia. He is stepping away from the career that has meant so much to him. It typically occurs after a stroke or serious head injury and affects a person's ability to communicate. It can also affect other cognitive abilities. Thankfully, Bruce has a family full of women who are standing strong and taking care of the actor at this difficult time.
I still look the same way. 30 years later, I still look like that.
In the Instagram post that broke fans' hearts everywhere, Emma wrote, "We are moving through this as a strong family unit and wanted to bring his fans in because we know how much he means to you, as you do to him. As Bruce always says, live it up, and together we plan to do just that." It was even signed off by all his daughters, Emma and Demi. This heartbreaking loss for the film industry can only be excruciating for his family. They are staying together and showering the actor with all the love he deserves. His wife, Emma, is standing strong for her husband and supporting him through this illness. It's times like this that true love shows itself like no other. We absolutely adore this couple and the love they have for one another. But more than that, we adore how they have managed to have the best blended family anyone has ever seen.